What are the signs that your toddler is ready to potty train? So most experts, especially here on YouTube, focus on your kid's readiness. But I focus on your readiness as the parent because you put them into diapers and you get to decide when to take them out of diapers. So my readiness checklist has 5 markers that show that you are ready to potty train. And number 5 is the game changer. And who am I to give you this advice? Well, I am Andrea Olson. I'm a mom of 6, an author, and I'm a potty training and infant potty training expert. I've helped tens of thousands of parents potty train their toddlers, and I've helped over 1 million babies start from birth. Okay, let's start with number 1. You're ready to plan. So you've cleared your schedule for a focus week, or maybe you are willing to do that. You've set up the potty stations. Maybe you've ordered a small potty that you can use during training, and you have prepared your mind to remove daytime diapers from the picture completely. You haven't stocked up on more of them. You might still need them for nights and naps, and we can talk about that in another video. But instead, I have families do a quick home prep to avoid overwhelm mid-process. So what you're going to need is a potty, a small one that's in the room where you're training. You're going to need to potty train proof your house if you don't have wooden floors, and you're going to need to look at your schedule and pick 5 to 7 days, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this first marker of your readiness is that you are willing to plan. And if you don't have a plan, you're probably going to fail. So you need to have a potty training plan and do a little bit of prep. However, don't let that stop you. If you're like, no, I'm done and just tell me how and I'm going to do it today, then go ahead and do it with whatever you have. You might need to go to Walmart or Target and get a little potty. That's fine. But a tiny bit of planning, especially with your mind and especially with getting a potty training plan in place, that means smoother training every single time. I have a link in the description to my book. You can grab that if you want the best plan that's going to work in 7 days or less average. Okay, number 2, another sign of readiness is that you are willing to take the lead. So you, the parent or caregiver, are done waiting for your child to tell you, hey, mom, hey, dad, I'm ready to potty train, or show interest in the potty. Or maybe you're waiting for them to show interest again because they used to show interest maybe around 15 months and you're like, well, they don't really care anymore. So you're waiting for that to happen again. Or maybe you're just waiting for your toddler to just magically stop wearing diapers. You're tired of asking them, do you need to go? And hoping that they'll lead. You're tired of putting them in underwear and then putting them back in diapers and going back and forth like a rubber band. I teach parents to take the lead so their child feels secure in this change. Like I said in the beginning, you're the one who put them into diapers because we are a diapering culture and that is what we do. And you didn't know about what I also teach, elimination communication, where you can start from birth, where we still use a diaper, but we use it differently. It's not a toilet, it's a backup. But I digress. Your child has been put into diapers. Your child needs to be taken out of them, and you are the boss of that. Leading gives your toddlers the security to follow. When you're confident, they are confident. The third marker of readiness for potty training for you is that you are willing to stay home for a few days. Now, I know this can get tough. I've single mommed for a long time as well. It can be difficult if you don't feel like you have a lot of support. But I will warn you, if you try to train during errands or travel or between, just one day here and one day there, or maybe half a day on Saturday, it usually backfires. So instead, I recommend you clear off 5 to 7 days at home, full days, with support for other kids, maybe some meals pre-planned or think ahead or order ahead or just have somebody help you. Whatever you can muster. If you've got a couple of friends that you just are a little bit afraid to ask them, because people are usually really willing to help if you just ask. If you're part of a church, you can ask people in your church, maybe an older woman like a grandma or something. During this time, you are going to not have any visits from friends, no play dates, no story time at the library, no daycare. So we want to train at home and send them back to daycare. And I do have a course for that on my site, but you really want to have 5 to 7 days of undistracted time. This gives your child the chance to click quickly, and you can move at a pretty quick clip through this process if you have the time and space and there's no pressure of like, no, we got to go to grandma's house today. And then what do we do when we're out there? It can derail the whole process. So as an idea, if you're kind of strapped for time and you're like, well, I'll just wait for summer or winter break or whatever, you might not need to do that. And I would recommend not doing that because the older they get, the harder it is to potty train. So try taking off Friday and Monday so you have a full weekend, start Thursday night with the training and see how it goes. If you have a spouse or partner, maybe you two can alternate. One of you take off 2 Fridays in a row, one of you take off 2 Mondays in a row, and maybe they're half days, whatever you can do to make it work. If you do the Friday, Monday off and y'all train from Thursday to Sunday night and it works and you're done, which happens for a lot of our families, then you won't have to take off the next weekend. But if you want to just really have it low pressure, low bar, no pressure on you to fit finish that one weekend, then do that 2 weekends in a row and see how that goes. And in between, you will use a diaper as a backup during daycare or wherever they go during the week. The fourth marker of readiness for parents of toddlers, not for toddlers, is that you are done with diapers. And yes, you have permission to be done with diapers. Maybe you're tired of pretending that it feels okay to have such a smart, capable, sweet kiddo in a wearable toilet. Maybe it's wearing on you and you're like, okay, I know that I'm supposed to wait, or everybody says I'll damage my child. Really think about that. Then that means all humans of all of human history, except for like the last 80 years, have been damaged. It's a marketing tactic to keep you in diapers, okay? If you're tired of pretending that diapers are okay, then this is a marker that you are ready and you can do it now. If you're not saying, well, I'm just going to try it out, I'm just going to see if it works. We want you to be like, no, Andrea, I'm done. Let's do this. So I love helping parents commit fully to ditching daytime diapers on day one. Sometimes they're like, well, and they waver and they go back and forth. It doesn't work. Your clear message gives your toddler total clarity too. So it really has an impact. So if you're nodding along this list so far and you're like, yep, that's me, you are ready. And I just want to take a moment to mention that I have written a book on this and it gives you the exact step-by-steps. It's pretty dummy proof. It's called Tiny Potty Training Book and I've linked to it below. So I will walk you through the how in there if you're like, no, Andrea, I'm totally ready. But here's number 5, which I promised you would be the game changer. You believe your child is capable. So readiness is not about your toddler being perfect during this process. It's not about showing perfect cues or like they say, I want to take off my diapers and I'm done. No, we're going to look at a little bit of history for a second and then we're going to look at the rest of the world currently because I want you to know that your child is capable because your child was designed. We all were designed with instincts and hormones that support this potty independence. We were just taught out of it. Okay, so in 1957, 92% of American kids finished potty training by 18 months. It's not an average. The potty training age has nearly tripled since then because disposables were invented in 1961. That's when they got on the market. Now, the potty training average age is 36 to 39 months, which is crazy. Currently, in present day world, over half the world's kids currently finish by about 1 year old. Why? Because they don't have disposables, because they have traditions that honor a baby's dignity from the beginning, and they usually practice some sort of EC or infant pottying like I teach in my other book. This is not meant to make you feel guilty, like you only know what you know, and now that you know differently, you can make a different choice. Your child is capable. Children have not evolved into totally different beings since 1957. It is not true. And in fact, currently in the world, if over half the kids are doing this and are out of diapers and they're fine, then that means that your child is capable because we aren't different from each other depending on our race or our culture. We are still physiologically very, very similar across children, right? I know that your belief as the parent or caregiver and your follow through creates potty training results. Your belief in them makes your child rise to the occasion and they believe in themselves too. So when you're confident, they become confident. And if right now you're like, I don't really feel confident, I can help you do that. Click here for more videos like this.